Oh, you're good.
All right, there you go.
Good afternoon. Welcome to high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelata have a big non-conference game on action here from Muskego High School. Defending Division II state champs against the defending Division I state champs. We eyed this one earlier in the year, and we're here for it. Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelata here. And today's starting pitcher for Muskego is Cruz Ramirez, a UW-Stevens Point commit. Fast max about 82 miles per hour. Leadoff hitter for New Berlin, Eisenhower. Make sure I can get it up here. It's number 4, Colin Harrington. First pitch is in their first strike, and we're underway here from Muskego High School.
It's going to be a great game here tonight, Matt Peck. 76 degrees and clear skies in Milwaukee. It's starting to feel close to summer here.
Yeah, and Ramirez drops 2 strikes in there right off the bat. It's 0-2. Ramirez changed up 73-75. We've seen the curveball twice now already. 70-71. That one misses outside, ball 1. And he also throws a slider as well, 72-73 miles per hour. So 1-2 now on Hollenbeck. On Harrington, sorry. Here's a pitch and called strike 3 right off the bat. As Harrington goes down looking without swinging one time. So Cruz Ramirez gets a strikeout to start the game. Now the hitter will be Alex Meichna. He takes low for strike 1. And Ramirez on fire with strikes. Only 1 ball between the first 2 batters here. So 0-1 now on Meichna. Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped foul to the left side and out of play. Muskego's defensive linemen, it's Dibb in left, Kuglich in center, Tomczyk in right, Wendt at third, Rogoszewski at short, Perlberg at second, and Nicolato at first. Ramirez pitching, Lassard behind the plate. Here's the pitch, and just misses outside, ball 1. Couldn't quite get that slider in.
Just a slight correction. I think the count is 1-2 according to the Jumbotron.
It's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that one's on the ground to first. The first baseman, Nicolato, will play it. No, on to first in time. Never mind. That was Perlberg, the second baseman. Take that back, but he gets over the first baseman in time. Nicolato went for the ball, but Perlberg ended up with it. Ramirez covered first and 2 down quickly.
John's coming up now.
Now the hitter is Caleb Johns, who was in the house last time Eisenhower appeared on the network.
He pitched, right? Or was it?
Yeah, he pitched and had a good game at the plate. And that was a couple weeks ago against Wisconsin Lutheran when we had the Lions on.
Somebody on that team, I couldn't remember because it was a couple weeks ago, they had a leadoff home run first pitch of the game, right?
Yeah. First pitch is in there to John, strike 1
you remember,
from Ramirez.
I kind of forgot who that was, though.
Ah, man. Might have been Harrington, who the leadoff hitter is today. So 0-1 on Johns. Here's the pitch, low in the dirt, ball 1. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. You're 2 down already here in the first inning.
Yeah, this Muskego team has so much depth on their team.
But they struggled a little bit early, but now they're starting to get the grip of things again. That one's taken for a strike, and I believe it'll be on the swing from John, so it'll be 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes coming up here from Ramirez. Here's a pitch, and that one's popped up in the air. Coming in for is the center fielder, Kuglich. He'll make the catch, and a 3 down inning to start the game for the Muskego defense. We head to the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Okay. Back here on Zaleski Sports here, bottom of the first inning. New Berlin Eisenhower goes up 3 down here. Matt Peck, Elijah Vinkslad joining here on the call this afternoon. In the 70s today on the mound for New Berlin Eisenhower is their number 1, Cal Schneider. First time we get to see him on the network. 87 fastball max, committed to Louisville, one of the best pitchers in the state. Range is 84, 86 on the velo, 75, 77 on changeup, 69 to 71 on the curveball, slider 70 to 78. That's for Cal Schneider here. Beautiful evening here from Muskego, Wisconsin. He faces the leadoff hitter, Kyle Rogoszewski.
Yeah, Kyle Schneider has a lot of electric stuff on the mound. This is actually... Did we ever see him pitch yet?
We might have 2 years ago when we did Eisenhower at home. We did 2 or 3 of their home games.
This may or may not be our first time seeing him in person today.
For sure, first time this year. Last 2 years. Here's the pitch from Schneider to open us off. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the outside corner.
Yeah, I think this game has potential to be, if you like that premium on pitchers, take the premium on that.
Oh, he just threw the ball in and
Every time my head's up, I just put my hands on my head just in case.
That's all you can do.
JV2 Muskego team playing the other JV2 from New Berlin Eisenhower just on the other field right across the dirt field. This is all turf on the infield.
So 0-1 on Rogoszewski. Here's the pitch from Schneider and misses outside, ball 1. Yeah, he gets a lot of batters to swing and miss as well. That's one of the other big things you saw Rogoszewski in this first pitch. Cal Schneider's electric. We'll see a lot of that today. Here's the pitch and misses a little bit low below the knees and outside, 2-1. Yeah, you know, when you see 2 division champions from a year ago, you always got to say to yourself, you got to get them on. And both teams still have quite a bit of talent. And here's the pitch and it hits the outside corner, strike 2.
It's just going to be about hitting those corners today, too. This is a really good Muskego batting lineup they're facing today, and that's why we picked this game to do, too.
Yeah, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Muskego playing better as of late after, a little bit of slower start to the year. Here's the pitch from Schneider and just missed outside.
Yeah, one of the interesting notable losses we saw from Muskego this year was when they fell to Milwaukee Shorewood.
Yeah, or Hudson. We had the game on, too, at the Prep Baseball Showcase event.
Now they were up 8-2 in that game.
Yeah.
Ultimately fell.
So 3-2 and called strike 3 on the outside corner as Rogoszewski goes down looking. 1 down. We've seen a lot of strikeouts here. We're probably going to see a lot today.
I think you got to take the over on those tonight.
That's for sure.
Kalen Tomczyk now.
Don't worry, not sponsored by any gambling companies here. So now it'll be Tomczyk at the plate with 1 down. Here's the pitch from Schneider, and he goes, strike 1. Didn't want to on that one, but he went too far. Schneider's hat falls off. I was wondering if Schneider was going to pitch because we looked at the stats for the last couple of games. He hadn't pitched yet this week. Here's the pitch and missed inside, ball 1. And Eisenhower this week was a series with New Berlin West, our crosstown rivals. Both wins, 8-2 and 10-4. Fell at Cedar Grove, Belgium, though, last week. Who's a really good team just a little bit north of the area. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground, but foul to the third base side. Right to Coach Page. So 1 ball, 2 strikes coming up here.
State champions a year ago for both these teams.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing fate, Maybe as soon as they won state, they say, you know what, we should play each other next year.
What was that? The first 3 divisions, like we were talking about on Wednesday when we had
St. Joe's on,
St. Joe's on the network. We had all the division state champions on this week.
Already, yeah. We should call it state champion week. 1 ball, 2 strikes come up from Schneider's. He steps off.
Next week's going to be a pretty busy week for us, too.
Oh, yeah. 3 games next week.
Get into that stretch, folks, where the playoffs are right around the corner.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Tomczyk chases the high fastball. 2 down here in the first inning. Both strikeouts from Schneider.
This is going to be an exciting at-bat right here coming up.
Yeah, it's Maddox Lassard and Cal Schneider. One of the best matchups you can get in the state right here coming up.
Going to get a lot of D1. I mean, this Muskego team has a couple guys that are going to probably go to the MLB next year right away, too. That's
for sure. Here's the pitch. That one's lined to center field, and it will get down. Base hit. Alan Tomczyk's on with a 2-out base hit here in the first inning.
What I tell you, that was going to be a good at-bat, and Cal Schneider, the great pitcher he is, not afraid to challenge him, but Maddox Lassard, a really great pitcher or catcher as well and hitter at the plate, taking a pitch down the middle. Kuglich now.
So now Ben Kuglich, another pretty decent hitter in the Muskego squad. You talk about 6 D1 commits on the team. A lot of coaches, I've heard from a number of coaches, specifically in the Classic A conference, that's in their first strike one, that this is one of the best teams they've seen in state history that Muskego has right now with how many D1 commits they have on the team.
I think both these teams are just so deep, too, with their depth.
So 0-1 now on Kuglich. Schneider goes back to first.
They're going to probably want Cal Schneider to go as long as he can today.
That's for sure.
But
so
if you're Muskego, I try to work some of these counts here.
Absolutely. Schneider steps in. He can only pitch 100, but you know he's only at 12. So long ways away as that one's in there first.
I try to get him something out of the zone here and see if he chases off speed.
Yeah, he got
some pitches to use.
He got Tomczyk to chase on a high fastball a couple batters ago. We'll see if he goes up to that high fastball again. So 0-2 coming up here from Cal Schneider. He throws back to first, and he's going to have a man caught right there with that awesome lefty move.
No.
Throw it on to second, and he's in there. Thought you're going to have him caught up, but no. I thought he was going to have him caught up. Usually.
Took a minute for the first baseman to throw it.
Yeah.
He just kind of let it go.
Josh Bowden just standing there with the ball. Threw it a little bit late over to second base, and he gets Lassard in a scoring position. Now Kuglich a base hit away from giving Muskego an early lead here.
I think if you,
but
throw
0-2.
If you throw it to him right away, he's out.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch and low ball one. Yeah, so that one was there. You know, if he would have gotten the ball out of his hand quicker, especially the first baseman, probably would have been out, and Schneider would have been out of the inning. Cardelis is the pinch runner at second base for Lassard, the catcher. Schneider looks back at second. Here's the pitch inside, and ball 2. Just missed a little bit in.
I think he kind of got a call right there with him kind of backing out the way.
Yeah, so 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Kuglich. Schneider at 15. Here in this first inning, he looks back at second. Throws back to second. Ooh! A little bit almost thrown away, but almost got the tag down at the same time.
Schneider trying to get Lassard on the run here.
Don't see lefties turn around very often and throw back to second base. They got that awesome move that they can do to first base, what kind of caught Cardelis up, but you ended up paying off from it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes coming up here as Cardelis takes his lead at second. Kuglich at the plate here. Schneider with 2 strikeouts already in this inning. And called strike 3. Muskego leaves one stranded with a base hit by Cal Schneider with 3 strikes here in this first inning. We head to the second inning, still 0-0 here on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Coaches, teach your kids good sportsmanship.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelata here on for that work. Top of the second inning here. No runs put across here in the first inning for Eisenhower and Muskego. Muskego with 1 hit via Maddox Lassard, but Cal Schneider with 3 strikeouts around that 1 hit. Ramirez still obviously on the mound for Muskego as that first pitch is in their first strike.
He's up right now.
Here's the pitch, in there again for a strike. It has Monreal now just came up on Game Changer.
First name?
Carter.
I accidentally deleted it.
So 0-2, here's the pitch, and just misses outside ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, swing and a miss, strike 3. As Monreal goes for the dirt. And 1 down here in the second inning. So now here's this one's in the. Wow, never mind. I was looking down my phone. Ramirez with a line drive caught. I couldn't find that ball at first.
You got to tip your hat right there if you're Eisenhower.
Absolutely.
You hit that as hard as you can. Just great reflexes from Ramirez.
I was trying to see who the batter was. It was Charlie Wade on that line drive, but what a catch at the mound by Ramirez, even better. Here's the pitch that misses high, ball 1. The batter now is Josh Bonin. Ramirez only 18 pitches here in this second inning. Pitches high again to Bonin, 2-0.
It'll be a good time right here for Josh Bonin to get a hit.
2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Low, a little bit below the knees, 3-0.
I think you got auto take here, right? Maybe, unless you get a really good pitch to hit here.
So 3-0. And ball 4, 4-pitch walk to Bonin. He'll take first base. So that's Ramirez's first walk of the day. So now Max Nemore will be the batter with runner on first. Here's the pitch, misses outside, ball 1.
So that's 5 straight out the zone now for Ramirez after that line drive.
One ball, no strikes, and that one hits the outside corner, strike 1. So 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1-2 now on Max Nemore. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nemore goes down swinging, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score between New Berlin, Eisenhower, and Muskego.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels to unwind? Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, bottom of the second inning here between Muskego and New Berlin Eisenhower. Here, pitchers duel early on. Ramirez threw 2 innings, 3 strikeouts, and Schneider had 3 strikeouts as well. So 6 strikeouts combined between both teams early. Feels good to finally be outside in some nice weather, right, Elijah?
Yeah, this is amazing. No rain in sight. We're going to get it overnight, though.
Yeah. Pitch is low, ball 1. We haven't had as many postponements lately for baseball. I'm sure the athletic directors and baseball coaches are probably loving that.
Tomorrow in Franklin during the day, like where I reside, it's going to get close to 80 or at 80.
That's in the air. Center field coming in is Harrington. He's got to come in fast, and he will miss it as it kind of falls over his head. Fell in between the wind, and Carter Nicolato into second base.
I think coincidentally right there, the wind, did you feel the wind?
Yeah,
it was
the
like
wind
pushing
picked up
right
right
as the
there.
ball was going in the air, and it was like strong for a sec.
It'll be ruled a double as he never really got a hand on the ball.
And I mean, in that situation, you really can't call it an error. That's just.
Yeah. See, I didn't see the umpire, and then was in my way, so I couldn't really tell if he caught the ball or not. So now the batter, Tyson Grokowski, comes up here with a runner on second, no outs.
You could pretty much say the Wind had a double right there.
Grokowski steps in here. Runner on second being Nicolato. Grokowski on the ground to short. Nemore will throw it on to first in time. One down.
So Muskego staying pretty aggressive now. Cooper went now.
Cooper went now the hitter for Muskego. One down here in this bottom of the second. Wen steps in here with a Nicolato on second base. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball one. Yeah, like you talked about throughout the broadcast, good pitching matchup here today. It's always exciting to see two good pitchers go at it because, you know, one of them, somebody's got to score first in a baseball game. Even if it's in the 12th inning, somebody has to. Here's the pitch, swing, and a miss, strike one.
I think this is like one of our first matchups where we have two like college commit pitchers, right? Or like really good pitch. Ramirez still pretty good.
So a lot of times you see these non-conference games, you don't see, like, it's weird. They won't throw their best pitcher out there because they save them for conference games. So Schneider, obviously, they didn't feel the need to use them against New Berlin West this week. So that one's thrown back to second and thrown away into center field. Nicolato will advance to third. The throw to third is not in time.
A couple of those, huh? Where they've kind of thrown it. Schneider kind of just mishandles it a little bit. So now the first runner, third base, 90 feet away from scoring, and all it takes is a sac fly for Cooper Went here.
Yeah, so now Muskego can take the lead here on a sac fly, or even a grounder if it's slow enough, with the runner moving up to third. So now Wendt has a 1-ball, 1-strike count on him. Schneider sets. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air, left field, high in the air. Johns going back to the wall. That one's carrying, and John's going to misplay it. It's going to get over his head. Nicolato will score. Went on his way to third, and he stops, just held up, and it's 1-0 Muskego. So 2 misplayed balls in the outfield by New Berlin Eisenhower has costed them early.
I think the first one was more on that wind, but this one, that one just kind of carried even more. Maybe that the wind had a factor on that one too, but that was all the way at the warning track.
Yeah, for the longest time on that hit, I thought that ball was going out.
There could have been a chance there that could have been 2-0 if that was a couple feet higher and deep.
Yeah, I thought that ball was going out there for a minute, the way that thing was carrying.
So there goes our shutout early on.
Now the batter will be Dib.
But I think if you're Muskego, you try to keep pouring it on though. Muskego has actually been on pretty deep of a win streak as of late, though, right?
Yeah, they're in a decent win streak. They haven't lost since Shorewood.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago, right?
They lost back-to-back games that weekend between Brookfield East and Shorewood. Got Brookfield East in the top 25 after beating Muskego. Braden Dibb steps in. Brookfield East also beat this Eisenhower team as well this year. So Wendt takes his lead at third. Muskego 1-0 lead. Low ball one.
Hat came off.
That's second or third time that's happened already. So Muskego getting some contact off the phenom Schneider. Well, I could never get contact off him. Even probably back in my playing days, I probably couldn't. Definitely not anymore as he swings and misses strike one.
I know it sounds crazy that I say this, but it's been so long since I played that I don't even know if I could hit 50 right now.
Yeah, I mean, one of these days it'll be fun.
It has to be underhand for me to make contact right now.
1-ball, 1-strike, 1 out here on Dibb. Here's the pitch. Hits the outside corner, strike 2. So 1-2 now coming up here on Dibb. Here's the pitch, and he goes. And he's got to run to first base. He might get there. Run comes home meanwhile. Wentz scores, and Dibb reaches on a drop third strike. And it's 2-0 Muskego.
Just a huge break right there. He had a couple pitches to use, just didn't execute it right there in the mound as he wanted to for Cal Schneider. Now kind of costly right there instead of a strikeout right there because he had him right.
Yeah.
A run ends up scoring and no outs, more importantly, out of that for him, right?
Exactly. So Dibb advances on a drop third strike to first base, and Wendt comes home. Be considered a pass ball. Now the batter is Perlberg. That one's on the ground at second. Monreal steps on second. He bobbled it, and no play will be made. And the mistakes pile up for the Lions this inning.
This has a chance to be a disastrous inning for the Lions as the top of the order, and Rogoshinsky is going to come back up now, and this is just who Jacob Page wants up right now in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, so what it looked like he was just speed through pitching now has turned into 3 costly mistakes for the Lions here in this inning already.
Honestly, like the wind might have had a factor on that coming out of his glove too.
Yeah, that strike one, and what I think happened there is he worried about taking the base before actually feeling the ball to get that out, and then what ended up happening is he's looking at first too, probably for a double play, and didn't get no play out of it at all. Rogoshinsky swings and misses strike 2.
I think they definitely had a play at 2 if he gets there really fast.
Absolutely. Rogoshinsky 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He's down 0-2 already again.
If you're Eisenhower right here, I'd try to get a ground ball to the shortstop here and try to get one.
Here's the pitch, and misses outside, ball 1.
Good use it pitch right there, but you don't want that to go crazy on a wild pitch because that easily advances and eliminates the double play for Muskego to get guys over to second and third.
So 1-2 now, 1 out as Schneider sets. Here's the pitch, and just misses a little bit high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
What's Cal at with his pitch count right now?
Cal is at 31.
Well, still not bad. I think they're gonna. I think if Coach Daddy, you roll with him for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. He's had some pretty good success. And he had outs in the field if it weren't for a couple misplays. He had basically only 1 hit going.
Right,
instead, it's at 4. So
used a couple pitches and a really good discipline from Rogoshinsky. That's why he's the #1 hole hitter. You like to put the guys that can work the count early on in the top of your lineup, but you don't want to walk them here. You got to out-challenge right here now.
Yeah, so
lefty-lefty matchup.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and misses outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Warriors.
And if I'm Eisenhower, I'd take a mound visit any time now. You got some key guys come up first with Callan Tomczyk. And rightfully so, we're going to get a pitcher's visit. I thought that was a player for a sec.
So it'll be a mound visit for Eisenhower.
Younger pitching coach.
And coming back when Muskego comes up, it'll be a bases loaded, 1 out here, 2-0 lead. So they have a chance for more damage here in this first inning.
I think they're probably thinking like scenarios of where to line up in the infield too, right? And kind of talk just a little bit about where to pitch to Tomczyk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Muskego can put a crazy number up now. Crooked number.
Yeah, so Eisenhower, they probably like to keep it, obviously, love to keep it where it's at, 2-0, but it's take 2 strikeouts from Schneider, which he's been successful in strikeouts today, or else need a double play potentially as well.
And you don't want to walk him on here because you got one of the best batters in your lineup coming up with Maddox Lassard after.
Tomczyk the batter now. Takes low, ball 1, and you definitely don't want to walk in the batter as well. It was 3 costly mistakes in the field for Eisenhower for the inning.
I think you got to just try to put one down the middle and try to hope on the corners.
That one's on the ground to short. A chance for 2. Tags on to first, and not in time. A second run will come home. He is on the plate. So what? But that'll be 3-0 after all that. So we head to the third inning, 3-0 Muskego.
Join us for more entertainment, including the play, Winnie the Pooh, and Friends. The fun continues on Saturday, May 30th with the parade at 11 a.m. Afterward, make your way to Wenzel Family Plaza for more activities. Be sure to explore the craft show at Chestnut and West 3rd Street. And while you're there, stop by the Pie and Ice Cream Social at the Upham Mansion. Wrap up the day at the Outdoor Beer Garden, hosted by Nuts Deep 2, featuring live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices, you got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Today's game, welcome back to Zaleski Sports here. Matt Peck, 3 runs across from Muskego in the bottom of the second. Today's game is sponsored by Prospect Training Academy. At Prospect Training Academy, we train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus on the importance of academics and character. We play for the name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at ptabaseball.com. Like I just mentioned, 3-0 Muskego lead. New Berlin Eisenhower wasn't their best inning in the field. 3 costly mistakes. Two balls were batted right over the outfielders' heads that were catchable, and then we had an error at second base as well in the inning. That led to 3 runs. Otherwise, very good chance Muskego would still only be sitting at 1 hit if those mistakes wouldn't have happened. So leading off for
Jones
is Jones for New Berlin Eisenhower. And that one is taken in the corner for strike 1 on the inside.
We did see Ramirez when they played Hudson. Gave him a couple innings.
Oh, yeah. That one hits the outside corner again, strike 2. Nice movement that time from Ramirez on that pitch.
I believe Kuglich, their ace for Muskego, started that game too, right?
Yeah.
The 95-mile-per-hour fastball. He's probably got arguably one of the fastest fastballs in the state.
100%. So here's the pitch to Mason Jones, low in the dirt, ball 1.
Like, you know, like in the NBA, like the three-pointers are evolving. Like people just like big men are shooting threes now. I think in baseball,
yeah,
in a couple of years, you're going to see guys in high school throwing 100.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. You're right about the three-point thing.
Yeah.
That's the NBA, that's for sure. And even college now, too.
I mean, you're getting big men that have never shot before.
And that one, strike 3, curves right back down, and Jones is called out on strikes. So it'll be Ryan Cephalou at the plate.
If you're Eisenhower, you just got to take it one step at a time. I mean, get a couple base runners on, try to get some, even just 1 run if they need it now.
Here's the pitch high and inside, ball 1. Here's the pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now. 1 down here in this 3rd inning. Pitch is low, 2-1.
Yeah, last pitch a little high, but may just clip the top of the zone.
Ramirez, 32 pitches so far. That one's in the air, popped up. A chance. The pitcher Ramirez will call it himself and makes the catch. Sometimes you don't see pitchers go for it. Surprised the third baseman didn't call him off there, but 2 down now.
Back to the top of the order now. Harrington.
So now Colin Harrington, the hitter, top of the order here for the Lions. Harrington 0 for 1 today. It was a
home plate umpire called that strike before it even hit the plate.
I love when they do that. Imagine if it just curves way down the dirt, takes outside, ball 1.
It's just the confidence
they'll
they
look
have.
over at first and they'll say he went.
Oh.
So actually, never mind. It'll be 0-2 now.
Just shows the confidence in the umps, right? They don't.
I mean,
you never know though. Those balls can just drop at any moment, right? With how much you could slice the pitches.
They barely were going to appeal there, and they should be glad they did. 0-2, and that one's ripped to right field, and it'll be hauled in by Tomczyk. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're through 2.5, still 3-0 Muskego here on Zaleski Sports.
You face. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, bottom of the third here between Muskego and New Berlin Eisenhower. Matt Peck, Elijah Vink-Salata here. Muskego coming to bat here with 3-0 lead. All 3 runs came across in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, we talked about Muskego's schedule early on. They kind of had it iffy ways out the last couple of times, but I feel like their resume for wins is still really great. They gave Franklin their first loss of the year after Franklin started, was it 11-0?
That's probably a game we wish we were here for, because that was quite a game down the stretch. That one's on the outside corner. Strike one from Harrington.
Foreshadowing, maybe we might.
Schneider, sorry.
We're planning on being there when we do sectionals, right? Down at West Tosha Central. Hopefully, the luck for their fate, we might see that matchup between Franklin and Muskego.
Yeah, you might. Ball 1-1 now. Might actually start the batter leading off the bottom of the third.
And
Schneider is still the pitcher, 37 inches so far.
If you're a football athlete.
And ball's low, 2-1.
Football athlete, you're going to be rivals with the Franklin Sabres next year. Because that's going to be your crosstown rival on the other side now, right? The southwest side of Franklin.
Exactly. 2 balls, 1 strike, and that one's going to possibly get through a base hit. As Monreal was going to the left, and they hit it to his right, and if he's probably in normal position, he probably makes that play, but he was shifting a little bit to the left. So Lessard on with a base hit, a weak grounded base hit as well.
Couple of miscues so far in this game tonight for the Lions so far, and I think that's kind of the reason why they played a 3-run so far for the Warriors, right?
Yeah, a lot of it last inning, yes, had to do with the mistakes. What's
going on here? He's going to talk with the home plate umpire. Is going to talk with Cal Schneider, give him a ball.
Oh, that's
himself.
He said something in the dugout. I think it was something about a ball. No clue. Huh. So now Kuglich, the hitter, 0 for 1 today. As Cardelis, the pinch runner, takes his lead at first. Muskego playing hot recently, like we mentioned. You know, they're obviously supposed to be preseason #1, and it fell in a couple games. But, you know, a big couple wins over Oconomowoc before this game today.
Still had a few losses in conference, right? They felt early on.
And that one's going to be popped in the air to second base, and down a base hit right in front of Mike Nuh. And Cardelis can only move up 90 feet to ensure that ball will not be caught, but still, Muskego finding the right little gaps and bloopers to hit base hits here.
Got to give the credit where it's due for Muskego. They are lighting up Cal Schneider so far, and they're doing this really early in the counts too. They're getting the right pitches to hit, and I think that D1, this is a battle of who's the best in the state, right?
Yeah.
Both these teams, the state champions.
So Cara Nicolato steps in here.
And the D3 reigning D3 state champion St. Joe's lost on Wednesday, so
yeah. Ball's low in the dirt, ball 1. So either way, you're going to guarantee 2 state champs lose on the network this week.
So you know what that means? Whoever wins this game, the best team in the state.
Oh, Hudson's like a word still. Although they lost a couple games too. Kimberly's technically the best team in the state right now, per the rankings. That jumps all over the place. And Kimberly's in a tough section with Bayport, who's also one of the best teams as well. I think they're #2. So 2 best teams right now in the same sectional up there. So that'll be a fun sectional to watch. So 2-0 now on Nicolato.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. Like, we circle back to that one at West Tosha Central where Muskego could play Franklin, or both those teams could get there. 7-6, Muskego won last time.
Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped in the air, foul the right side. And Germantown, technically the best team in the area right now, still undefeated, have not lost yet. Faced a couple of contests this week. West Bend West lost their first game this week, one of our other area teams. They lost to their rival West Bend East. So they're one of the one of the other undefeated teams off the board. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that one misses outside, ball 3.
Fun fact: some of those players on West Bend East that beat them, they're all gonna be teammates in a couple of years for those underclassmen.
Yeah, if you're a freshman there, you're probably gonna be on the same team as the West students soon. They're merging that school. I'm not sure when, but not that far away.
It'll come in a couple of years.
Yeah. So 3-1 now, and Nicolato walks here. We'll have bases loaded. Here's the pitch, and that one is low, ball 4.
So now, if you're Muskego, you put one into the gap here. This could make it easily 6-0 right out of it. Grokowski, a really good guy to get up too.
Yeah, Eisenhower faced a couple losses, like I mentioned, especially in addition to in conference as well. They lost to Cedar Grove, Belgium, a ranked team last Saturday. They lost to Waukesha South even too this year, 5-3. Brookfield East 5-4. Wisconsin Lutheran 9-8. Saw them play Wisconsin Lutheran as well, in which they won the game we did. So not saying they can't, beat good teams, but lost a couple games early on that they probably like to have back, especially that, most significantly, probably that Waukesha South game. That Cedar Grove Belgium game was also a tough test for Eisenhower as well last week. Cedar Grove Belgium looking at a good team right now as well. So 0-1 now is Tyson Grokowski, the hitter. Grokowski swings and misses strike 2. Remember, no outs here in his first inning. I mean, man, first inning, way I'm behind on time. Bottom of the third, sorry.
What a coincidence. That is where we started on Wednesday, though.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking about Wednesday. So 0-2 now on Grokowski. 0-2, here's the pitch, and misses outside, ball 1.
Yeah, you can't quite let anything get past you in a scenario like this right now if you're Cal Schneider on the mound.
And Jones, especially behind the dish, too. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Grokowski, takes low, ball 2.
And once again, if he throws another ball here, you don't want to walk him in.
Yeah, you would come at risk of that, especially if you end up walking him in. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
It's been a very productive day at the plate, though, so far for everybody on Muskego.
Schneider looks around. Here's the pitch with 2 strikes. Takes in. Oh, no! Called strike 3. I spoke too soon. I that umpire signal. So 1 down.
You seem what do you see so confident on that?
Hit the inside corner. So Grokowski down on strikes. So now the batter is Cooper Wendt. Still only 1 down. So Eisenhower will have a ground ball here to turn a double play. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. That's the key. Just wait.
It's kind of weird because some of those calls with strikes, he calls it right before he gets to the plate, too.
Yeah, so 0-1 now. Here's the pitch, and that one's on the ground to third. Slow roller, nice play. Throw on to second, now on to first. Not in time. There'll be a fielder's choice. Run will come home. Seflau got it over to second. Monreal just couldn't quite turn it with the speed he went. Now 4-0 Muskego as Cardelas comes home to score. So now Braden Dibb, the hitter. Runners on first and third. Went at first. Kuglich at third. And that one's ripped in the air. Going to go out of play. Foul. So runners on the corners here. 2 down. 4-0 Muskego lead. As Wendt and Kuglich take their leads. Schneider goes back to first. Went back safely. So Dibb steps back in, down 0-1. Here's the pitch, and did he go? No, he did not. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Didn't look like he did. Eisenhower didn't appeal either. Schneider looks back at first as Went takes his lead. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. That one kind of fooled Dib. He kind of stepped out there. That one curved back in, or slid back in, excuse me, from Schneider.
Just looked like he conceded the pitch right there.
Yeah, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schneider given so far 1 run allowed, looking to keep it that way here with 2 strikes. Schneider sets here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Eisenhower allows 1 via fielder's choice. Muskego had bases loaded, no outs, and only got 1 run in. We head to the 4th inning, 4-0 Muskego.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Go ahead.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, top of the 4th between New Berlin, Eisenhower, and Muskego. It's a 4-0 deficit for the Lions as they come to bat here in the top of the 4th.
Mike now leading off.
So it'll be Alex Mike now leading off for New Berlin, Eisenhower.
We finally got our first.
Pitch is high, ball 1.
First good luck with weather,
Yes.
if you're just joining us. We're outside today too, so terrific weather.
So 1 ball, no strikes. And that one misses high, ball 2 and outside.
I don't think it gets any better too because it's clear skies, not a cloud in sight. Gonna get rain overnight.
They're saying, thank God the rain's overnight, and not now. Here's the pitch, 2-0, and that one's ripped in the air, foul to the left side. We'll go out of play.
Rather have it when we're asleep when we got nothing going on.
Rain's not bad when you sleep.
Unless you get a tornado warning.
Unless,
like what we had
yeah,
a month
exactly.
ago.
Muskego people know that well. So do we, too. 2-1 now, coming up here on Mike now.
Suppose those Eisenhower people do too, right?
Yeah, Waukesha County, Milwaukee County. That one's popped up foul to the left side to the JV field.
I almost want to say, I mean, New Berlin's just north of this city, right?
Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, just a little bit north. Janesville Road kind of splits both of them a little bit, and that one's on the ground. Foul to the first base side. You can hear the umpire clearly on that one.
Foul ball.
So Mike steps back in now. 2-2 on the batter. Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped in the air, right field, deep. Tomczyk will cut over to the wall in time to make the catch. Not in time, but he makes the catch. 1 down here in this top of the 4th. Excuse me.
What, you made it seem like you got him at first.
Yeah, I was like, in time. You don't have to be in time to catch a ball. Schedule for next week, if you want to join us, it's Oak Creek at Kettle Marina. On Thursday, Friday, it's Pewaukee at Slinger. Saturday, it's Hortonville at Franklin. That's next week. 3 games on the network.
It's a good finale on Saturday.
Yeah, 2 top 10 teams in the state next Saturday. That one's on the ground to first, through base hit as Johns gets that one to the outfield. That's New Berlin Eisenhower's first hit of the day via Caleb Johns.
Way to break the ice right there. Just a hard chopper.
If you didn't watch last time between Wisconsin Lutheran and Eisenhower, Caleb Johns was in the house.
Now if you're Eisenhower, just keep chipping away.
So now Connor Monreal will be the hitter with runner on, one out here. Yeah, nice crowd behind us today.
High bleachers.
Here's a pitch. That one misses high, ball 1. Johns takes his lead over at first. Here's the pitch from Ramirez. That one's on the ground to third. Went. Will go on to second. No, on to first. Never mind. Didn't have a play at second. And he'll get Monreal out. And Johns will move over to second. Oh, he's going to have to get on the base. Wait a minute. What in the world? He wasn't even on the base. Is he out or safe? We don't know. We don't know if he's out or safe. And Jacob Page is out to talk with the umpire. I think Johns left the bag momentarily to take a walk, and he didn't call time. And to quickly dive back.
He's looking around like, wait a minute.
I guess maybe time wasn't granted.
He's like, wait a minute.
I have no clue what happened
He's
there.
probably like, wait a minute, can we get that call?
I was too busy watching what happened at first base.
Well, they did get the force at first, though, right?
They get the force at first, but the runner will not be out at second. That was interesting.
I think that was a hit and run, though, right? Because he got to second pretty fast.
Yeah, so he kind of, I think he stepped off the base like to take a breather or something, and then didn't call time, so they had to quickly, he had to dive in, and he had to dive from the outfield into second base too. It wasn't like a dive like back to second base, like he was facing towards the outfield. He had to dive in that way. So Charlie Waite, the hitter, now with a runner in scoring position for Eisenhower. 2 down here. Runner on second via Caleb Johns.
I've had a lot of games where we've had stuff like that happen.
Just a pitch, swing, and a miss, strike one. That honestly made me laugh because it's like we're all looking up like, what's going on?
Both fans are like shaking their heads like, what? Make the call.
And the umpire didn't make a call, so we're like, is he out or safe? I mean, I think it could have gone either way.
Muskego was playing it like they had a chance for 2 there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to second the way but then he went to first because, people missed it. But after the umpire was turned away, the runner at second took out the shortstop, but it was without the ball. So we've seen that twice already today, swinging a miss, strike 2. So Charlie Waite down 0-2. So Ramirez looks at second. Here's the pitch, and that one's on the ground to third. Went. He'll tag the runner, and that's how the inning ends. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 4-0 Muskego. Eisenhower Strands 1. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vinks here, bottom of the 4th here between New Berlin, Eisenhower, and Muskego. Today's game is sponsored by Marshfield Dairy Fest. Say cheese! On Friday, May 29th and Saturday, May 30th, enjoy the Mayor's Breakfast Parade and live music at Nuts Deep 2. For more info, go to visit marshfield.com. Yeah.
Good old Nuts Deep.
You got to drive a little bit if you're a New Berlin, Eisenhower, Muskego fan, but it's probably worth the drive.
It's the one time I made it out to Marshfield.
Yeah, it's the only time I was in Marshfield, too.
Got to visit our crew. The Zaleski Sports Christmas Party 2024, right?
That's ages ago already, it feels like.
We'll try to get there this year.
Yeah, me too.
Dates pending.
We didn't go last year because it was, negative 50 degrees?
It's December 13th. I won't be able to make it, though.
That's okay. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Leadoff hitter is Aiden Perlberg. The bottom of the order for Muskego. Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped foul to the woods.
Watch out, deer.
Watch out, deer. You might be coming out a little bit earlier today. It's so quickly 0-2 on Perlberg. Schneider sets. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped in the air, right field. Meichna will go over and make the catch. 1 down. Only had to move about 5 steps to the left.
Whoops, I don't know why I did that accidentally. I accidentally took a runoff for Muskego.
I didn't know you could lose runs in a baseball game.
Imagine.
Yeah, you yell at the umpire, so you lost a run.
That's the version of getting a technical in baseball.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
Can you imagine if that was a rule and like it was like a 1-run game or something?
Oh man, I don't think managers would yell at umpires like anymore. That pitch is in there for a strike. Kyle Rogaszewski's the hitter now. Here's the pitch, and just missed outside, ball 1.
Muskego never disappoints with their crowds, no matter what sport it is.
Yeah, I feel like saying the same thing. And New Berlin Eisenhower fans have been pretty loud behind us as well. Considering not far away, as that one hits the outside corner, strike 2.
Doesn't matter how good or bad their sports are, they like to turn out for their athletics in the city of Muskego. Beautiful school facility too, just across the street from us. Their brand new field house a year and a half ago.
Here's the pitch, and did he go? Yes, he did. Strikeout swinging. Cal Schneider gets him out.
And about 19 weeks from now, we'll be a few blocks down.
Yes, sir. That's right. Strikeout number 7. Yep. If you haven't heard it, hear it first, folks. Want to keep Muskego week 1 for football on the network.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back here. What you say, 17, 18 weeks from now? A little bit of ways, but it'll be here before you know it as Cal and Tomczyk takes ball 1.
At some point in August, we'll have our annual, maybe.
I thought we're not putting that out this year, just in case we have to flex. Yeah. Last year we had to flex a lot of games, unfortunately.
We are working a schedule, though, like just to tentatively get things going for the year.
And the second crew in the Milwaukee area will join us week 3, I believe, something like that.
Corey Sparks and Joey Endress.
We'll be back, so 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not 100% sure on it, but I actually chatted with Joey Endress a couple of days ago. He might be producing for us in the sectionals.
Awesome. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's popped up over our heads and into the busy crowd.
Glad to have those two in the Milwaukee area. I almost feel bad for some schools at times. I mean, there's always going to be really great games every week. And football season, that's going to be huge to have Corey and Joey.
Oh, absolutely.
Starting week 3, get a couple of good games in.
1-2 delivery here from Schneider. Here's the pitch. And that one's popped up in the air. Should be playable. As the left fielder, Johns, will call for it. And that one will actually fall as miscommunication between Johns and Harrington. As that third baseman had my sight blocked. But Johns kind of called it at first, but then it fell between Johns and Harrington. So it'll be ruled a double for Tomczyk. And that's the 4th fielding mistake on Eisenhower today.
I think that was the sun that time that got him.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel the wind blowing too hard unless it was blowing kind of like when they were out in the field. But I think that's one of the toughest parts when you're playing outfield, right? In a windy day.
Absolutely.
That's an outfielder's worst nightmare on a windy day.
And here's the hot-hitting Max Lassard, who's 2 for 2 today with Tomczyk on second. Looking to extend the lead for Muskego and swinging a miss, strike 1.
What's Cal Schneider up to with pitches right now?
Cal Schneider is at the exact number 67.
All right, bro.
That's what it is. 68 now. Here's the pitch, and this did not go, ball 1.
Close. Just held himself back.
Surprised they didn't check personally. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
He's got him with a couple breaking balls here. It shows that Max Lassard is in swing mode. If I'm Cal Schneider, I go back to the breaking ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
So again, try to get him full.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Lassard, a hot hitter, like I mentioned today, 2 for 2. As Tomczyk takes his lead at second, Schneider steps off. Schneider shakes off that sign. He shakes off another one. And now he steps off. Whatever sign Jones was calling from, Schneider didn't want to throw because he's
he doesn't
shaking him off. He shaked him off twice.
Don't want to hang anything to him.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch to Lassard. He rips that one in the air, center field. That's deep and gone! Maddox Lassard, a 2-run homer. Puts Muskego up 6-0, excuse me. 2-run homer puts them up 6-0. As Lassard puts one out to right center field.
That's a huge gut punch right there to New Brill and Eisenhower, and one approach from Maddox Lassard right there. Getting the right pitch, so all those pickoff attempts, you were just talking about that, right? He probably didn't get the right signal, and it turns out he threw a mistake right there.
Yeah, definitely a mistake. You did down 4-0 already. You didn't want to give up that home run there.
And now you're in danger zone right now if you're New Brill and Eisenhower with premium runs scoring for New Brill and Eisenhower. You're replaying your call?
Yep. So Kuglich now up 1 for 2 today. Muskego extends the lead to 6-0.
And that ball
cruised right off the bat, and that pitch is in there for a strike.
Ball was all power right there, no wind.
Kyle Schneider's stats: 2 walks, 7 strikeouts right now, 6 runs and 6 earned runs. That one's on the ground. Second baseman Monreal will pick it up. Throws on to first in time. A 2-run homer from Maddox Lassard. He extends Muskego 6-0. We will head to the 5th inning. More after this on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vangsalata here from Muskego High School. Top of the 5th inning here. Muskego with a 6-0 lead. Today's game is sponsored by Prospect Training Academy. At Prospect Training Academy, we train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus on the importance of academics and character. We play for the name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at ptabaseball.com. And like I just mentioned, 6-0 lead for Muskego. It was extended last inning via Maddox Lassard, 2-run homer. That's why he was a little bit late coming out.
I see what you mean with that umpire now. He said, saddle up, let's play some baseball. Top of the 5th inning.
I love that call. Beginning of every inning he does it.
Gotta love that type of energy from umps. Why not, right? Good vibes with the weather tonight.
Josh Bonin, the leadoff hitter for New Brill and Eisenhower. That one's in there for a strike. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground, and that one's going to get through a base hit to center field. Josh Bonin reaches forward. Eisenhower's second hit of the day.
I don't think Eisenhower's gotten a guy in scoring position yet here, so this at-bat's huge for them to try to get something going.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
And that's all credit to Muskego, right? They've done everything they can to limit the runs.
Exactly. Max Nemore, the hitter now for Eisenhower. Ooh. Swing and a miss, strike two. So 0-2 now on Nemore. That one's grounded foul, hits the batter. So it stays 0-2. Eisenhower's probably going to start, for their benefit, they're going to want to start scoring soon. Down 6-0 here. Here's the pitch, and just missed, ball one. One ball, 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch, and that one's on the ground to second, a chance for 2. Steps on second, on to first, and not in time at first. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Rogaszewski couldn't quite get it over in time, just a little bit late. Bonin out at second on the fielder's choice, but Nemore reaches at first.
Some of the Muskego fans not agreeing with that one there.
I think it was. I think
wanted to.
Personally, I think that throw was a little bit late. I think it was the right call. He was safe.
It's you're getting that pick right there from an expert, Mac Peck, a former umpire.
Well, it's not hard to make a safer out call. It's what those tough calls, like the.
I know you've done home plate. You've done fielding too, right?
Yeah, I preferred fielding, obviously, because
a lot of pressure.
When you work with the younger kids, you're constantly getting hit by the baseball. So that's why getting hit by a ball, kind of never felt anything to me anymore when I played baseball, because I'm getting hit constantly as an umpire, despite having equipment on. But at this age, you'll still get hit by a ball once in a while, but the catchers are a lot more skilled up here. That pitch is in their first strike, but they're also a lot older. Mason Jones, the hitter, now with 1 down in this top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Hits the inside corner, strike 2. Right at the knees. Ramirez sets. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to third. Will stay fair. Throw on to first is going to be dug out. Went to Nicolato that time. And 2 away. Wentz probably saying not my best throw, but Nicolato, you got my back over there at first.
As long as you make that good pick at first and give them a chance to make a play, you'll get something out of it.
So Nemore advances to second here. Eisenhower, runner in scoring position here for Cefalo. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to center field. And down, a base hit. Here comes Nemore to score. The throw coming home to the plate. He is out at the plate. What a throw from Kuglich to Lassard to get him out on the money. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Still a 6-0 lead for Muskego.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Back here on the Lusky Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelata. 6-0 lead for the Warriors as they come to bat here in this bottom of the 5th inning. What a relay from the outfield for the Warriors to keep the Eisenhower shut out in this game. In the outfield, Josh Bonin, the new pitcher for this Eisenhower squad. That also moves Bisco Bing over to first. And Schneider out of the game completely. Schneider's final stat count today was 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 6 runs given up, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. That's Cal Schneider's stat line today for the Lions. So leading off will be Carter Nicolato here in this bottom of the 5th.
Just reached the 1 hour 10 mark of this game. Bottom of the 5th. What better way? Summer vibes here at Muskego High School.
Here's the pitch, high, ball 1.
Just 2 days ago, I was freezing my butt off with how windy it was.
Oh,
outside.
yeah. So Carter Nicolato the batter. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. Delivery from Bonin. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the next delivery. Misses inside, ball 3. Nicolato up with the hitter's count here. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hitter's pitch right there. He tried to take a ride out of that one. Just a little late on it. Gassed him up with the fastball.
3 balls, 2 strikes now. You're on the leadoff hitter, Nicolato, this inning. And that one's popped up.
Heads up, Beck, heads up.
Heads up right in front of me, and Lassar, and misplayed by Jones. I was looking up just in case.
That was almost coming towards us.
I was looking up just to make sure. That would have made it over the fence, I would have had a chance to catch it. I would have tried to.
Honestly, if that was coming by me, I would have had to try to protect the camera there.
Yeah. That one misplayed by Jones, but that was kind of a tough one. Couldn't tell where that was going to land. Here's the pitch, and miss low, ball 4. As leadoff hitter Nicolato on via walk. So tonight, Tyson Grokowski, the designated hitter at the plate. As Nicolato takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch inside.
Almost hit him.
On Grokowski. Bonin sets. Here's the pitch. And he went. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nicolato takes his lead at first. He takes off. Throw it on a second is going to be not in time. Just under the tag, apparently.
I think that was just out of his glove right there.
Yeah. Good throw that time from Jones, but just not in time. Must have just slid past that glove.
I think he might have a
bloody nose.
Yeah.
He ran to the dugout really fast. So when we come back, it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
Two and a half more weeks left of the regular season, right? 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's something like that. It was sectionals in early June, and good to see.
We'll get one of these times. We'll get a call.
Toughing it out. I think he just didn't want to get blood on his jersey.
So Jones, it's good to see he's okay. Grokowski steps in 0 for 2 today. Bonin up 1 and 2 on Grokowski.
Couple step offs. You remember what happened last time? New Berlin Eisenhower pitcher did 2 step offs. A home run from Lassard.
Here's the pitch, and that one is grounded foul to the back screen. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch and called strike 3. Grokowski down looking. Bonin gets his first strikeout. So now Cooper went the hitter, 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. That one is popped up in the air high. And the third baseman, Seflau, will make the catch. Oh, the whole crowd moans behind us saying, that was a close one. The wind almost took that one again. It seems like that wind comes in every time somebody's ready to catch a pop fly.
Every time the ball goes up in the air, it seems like that happens.
They're like, oh, I know higher
Mother Nature.
altitude you go.
Mother Nature's like, we can't give you too nice of a day, though.
No, we don't want to get you that lucky.
Yeah, I guess if you're Muskego, that's helping you right now, though.
Yeah, pitches outside, ball 1. Considering Muskego's biggest inning of the day, 3 runs in the second, came via 3 Eisenhower mistakes in the field. 2 of them were carried fly balls that were just misplayed, and one of them was an error in the infield. That one is going to be line to left field, a base hit down. Here comes Nicolato, and he will score. Muskego's lead up to 7-0 as Dibb reaches on a base hit.
Piling those runs in right now. That's the 4th straight inning with at least 1 run for Muskego. Now Perlberg.
Perlberg, the hitter, and he lines that one to left field. Down a base hit. Johns will cut it. He'll throw it in. And
So
Aiden Perlberg on with a base hit.
now the winning run comes to the plate now, essentially.
Yeah, technically the winning run at the plate. If he would have put a 3-run homer here, say the game would be over. As crazy as that sounds.
Kyle Rogoshinsky back to the top of the order now, so this is what you probably want up to if you're Muskego and you want to try to end this one.
He's 0 for 2 today.
He puts a charge into one. Could be night-night.
Here's the pitcher in Bonin. Takes outside, ball 1. Kyle Rogashevsky 0 for 2 today. Looking for his first hit. Dibb just got his first hit. That one's inside. It's going to get away. Both runners will move up 90 feet. As Dibb to third, Perlberg to second.
I'm kind of surprised with the way Muskego's really just built it out of this one. I mean, at the same time, they got so much talent on their team. They got through the best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in the state, in Cal Schneider.
Here's the pitch high and away, ball 3. That just shows that Muskego has a good chance against anybody. I'm sure they're going to want that Hudson game back that we had a couple weeks ago, especially if they meet in Appleton.
I don't think
if Muskego gets out of their section and Hudson gets out of theirs.
I don't think state's still fully given yet for Muskego yet.
No, they got some good teams in that section. That one's ball 4 in the dirt. Rogashevsky walks.
More notably, Franklin.
So now it'll be Callan Tomczyk.
To get him on, then Mr. Maddox Lassard comes up to bat again, the guy who hit the homer his last at bat.
So bases loaded now for Callan Tomczyk. 2 outs here in this bottom of 7-0 Muskego. Tomczyk takes low, ball 1 just below the knees and inside. Here's the pitch in there for a strike in the inside corner.
Big at bat right here. I think you're in trouble here if you walk him and get Lassard up. Ooh,
that one's in the air. Might get him out of the inning. Popped up down the line and foul.
The Muskego fans, they just had a huge
You know, you probably could tell that one was going foul.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. It was just a question if Eisenhower was going to catch up to it.
For Coach Dad, finally the win went our way for once.
That's probably what he's thinking. So it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes when Tomczyk comes back in. Bonin looking just to surrender 1 run this inning. As all runners take their lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bonin gets the strikeout. He only allows 1. We head to the 6th, 7-0 Muskego.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices, you got them. In-store, online, we drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, top of the sixth here. The Berlin Eisenhower trailing by 7. Going to need a rally, likely to start right now if they want to get back in this one. As Ramirez still on the mound for Muskego. And he misses outside in ball 1 to open up the inning. Pitch is fouled off to the back screen, 1-1.
Just got it on a chopper right there.
Colin Harrington, the leadoff hitter for New Berlin Eisenhower this inning. Ramirez sitting around 61 pitches. Be interesting to see if he goes the rest of the way. Here's the pitch swing and a missed strike, 2.
Yeah, we were talking in the break, if Muskego holds on and win, we might have to get the pitcher-catcher duo in the interview.
Yeah.
Especially if, I mean, Ramirez in a good spot right now to go complete game if he keeps it where
1-2, called strike 3. That's Harrington down looking.
Really good day at the office for both. 1 and 2 on the field.
So now the hitter is Alex Mikna. He's 0 for 2 today. Pitches in their first strike. Time is called by Lassard. He'll go talk with Ramirez.
He's probably thinking, what are you thinking about for the highlight house tonight?
Yeah. No, he'll get done with the post game talk with the coach. Oh, Zaleski's here. It's probably what would happen more than likely.
What do you think about me and you being in the house? That's probably what he said.
0-1 on Mike Nez high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just hold on to this game, he's probably saying. He's got 7 runs to hold on to.
Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground. Through base hit to right field. Perlberg had a assist on it, but just couldn't quite grab it as he got a little bit under his glove. So Mike Nez on with Eisenhower's 4th hit of the day. Now Caleb Johns, the hitter. As Ramirez sets. Looks over at first base, 1 down here in this inning. Pitch doesn't quite curve back in for a strike. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Johns pops that one up. Should get out of play. And it will land on top of the dugout. Bullseye is what you call that.
You hear the crowd go, ooh.
The insurance can pay for that one. The only way if a car is getting hit here is if you hit a home run. Lassard's home run went to right center, so I don't believe any cars were hit.
It's mainly an issue if you have it ready up at the plate.
Yeah.
Unless you get a guy on the left-hand side that just has massive power.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled. Back to the catcher. So 1-2 coming up.
Those ones always got a sting when you hit it right off your leg.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Especially if you're swinging hard out of it.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Ramirez. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He gets John swinging. 2 away here in this top of the 6th.
Monreal.
So now Carter Monreal, the hitter, 0 for 2 today. Mike Na on first base as the runner. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to short. Rogoszewski will field it on the way to first in time. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a 7-0 lead for Muskego.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Say cheese! Kick things off on Friday, May 29th with the Mayor's Breakfast from 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. Then at 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for a night of family-friendly entertainment, including the play, Winnie the Pooh, and Friends. The fun continues on Saturday, May 30th with the parade at 11 a.m. Afterward, make your way to Wenzel Family Plaza for more activities. Be sure to explore the craft show at Chestnut and West 3rd Street, and while you're there, stop by the Pie and Ice Cream Social at the Upham Mansion. Wrap up the day at the Outdoor Beer Garden, hosted by Nuts Deep 2, featuring live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vangsalata here at bottom of the 6th inning, coming up here in Muskego. 7-0 lead over New Berlin Eisenhower. Big crowd on hand here at Muskego High School this evening. Beautiful evening for baseball. Don't get me wrong, it hit 70s today.
74 on my Apple Watch right now.
Wow.
Sunny, clear skies. I think at one, it felt like we were close to the 80s today.
Yeah, for a while there it did.
Like right when we got here. This is like the perfect right now though, right? It doesn't feel too hot, too cold, just right for the shorts and short sleeves. It's perfect weather to, I mean, earlier it felt like you could have taken a dip in the pool almost.
That's for sure. Felt good earlier. Hey, next weekend a lot of pools open up. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Dells opens up probably too in the outdoors, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's probably next Saturday or Friday they probably open. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And he wanted home run number 2 right there. Maddox Lassard.
Maddox Lassard is the hitter to lead off this inning. Lassard misses it, takes one outside, 1-1. Here's the pitch. That one is in the air to left field, and a nice catch out there by Johns as he runs down for that one. So Maddox Lassard, that snapped a perfect streak for him today. He was 3 for 3 coming in that at bat. Now ends the day on 3 for 4. Now it'll be Ben Kuglich, 1 for 3 today, with 1 away here in this bottom of the 6th. Pitches inside, ball 1. Here's a pitch outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, and he takes that one, strike 1. Kuglich the batter, 1 for 3 today, with 1 down, like I just mentioned. And second pitch is in there for a strike, right at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled to the screen.
We got a 4-4 game. Kenosha St. Joe's tied with Hartford right now.
Oh, nice.
Top of the 6th inning there.
Pitch is in there, called strike 3, as Kuglich takes strike 3. That's a surprising score that you just said. Hartford and St. Joe's at 4-4.
Steve Oleshko, Ryan Gavinsky.
We saw both those teams twice already this year.
Always I love the energy that Steve Oleshko brings every day.
That's always fun.
Comes out and coaches.
Carter Nicolato, the hitter, takes high ball 1.
Every pregame interaction I've had with him, it's been always a positive smile on his face, no matter how good or bad his team's been playing.
Here's the pitch, and it beans him right in the back.
Taking like a champ.
And Nicolato will trot down to first base.
Pewaukee and Lil shoot tied at 2-2. Franklin up 7-2 on Kenosha Tremper. I think if we can get a Muskego Franklin sectional final, that'll be all up to the hype.
Considering how they played against each other a week and a half ago, yeah, that would be something. Here's the pitch, misses outside, ball 1.
I mean, you talk about talent on both sides of the field. Franklin has a chance to win the conference, and not just do that, go undefeated in the full conference slate this year.
That's crazy, especially when you're playing 3-game series as well. So 2-0 now on Grokowski.
They're getting ready to sweep one of the top 2 to 3 teams in their conference in Kenosha Tremper. Kind of been an up and down year for John Matera's team down there.
Yeah, Franklin, one loss to this Muskego squad that you're watching right here on TV.
I think Franklin in about a week or 2 has Indian Trail.
Yep, and they have Hortonville next Saturday, which we'll be there for. It'll be a big game. And that one's in there for a strike. So 2-1. Here we go. We got something. Now we got a balk now. So Nicolato will move to second base. And here comes head coach Joe Daisy. Just asking the context of that balk. So Grokowski steps back in. Bonin looks at second. And that one's ripped foul to the right side. So Grokowski steps back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and taken inside, ball 3.
Close one.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now. Nicolato, the runner on second. Grokowski, here's the pitch, and that one is ripped to the shortstop. Nemore, he'll go on to first in time. Muskego held scoreless in that inning just for the second time today. We head to the 7th inning. Last chance for Eisenhower here on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
Back here on Zaleski Sports. Top of 7th inning. Last chance for New Berlin Eisenhower trailing 7-0. Cruz Ramirez trying to go the full 7. He's back on the mound for Muskego. He'll be at 71 pitches to open up the inning. He'll have 29 to play with in this final frame. We'll see if he can do it. Leading off for Eisenhower will be Charlie Waite. Charlie Wade 0 for 2 today.
What's your plan here for the post game if it's Muskego?
Thinking 2.
Ramirez, Lessard.
Yep. Here's the pitch. That was on the ground to short. Throw on to first is not going to be in time. As Charlie Waite reaches on an infield single. That one took a second to get to the shortstop. Rogaszewski. Kyle Rogaszewski played that one on a bounce, but just didn't get it in time as Waite reaches on the infield single. Fifth hit of the day for New Berlin Eisenhower. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to second. A chance for 2 on the first in time. Rogaszewski to Nicolato, and there's 2 down here in the 7th inning. He hit it right up the middle. It just, Rogaszewski got it right over there to make the play.
Down their last out now.
So now it'll be Max Nemore, the last out here for New Berlin Eisenhower. That one's grounded foul to the dugout. Oh, 1 pitch in their first strike. And New Berlin Eisenhower down their final strike. Oh, 2 pitch. And that one's on the ground to short. Rogaszewski will play it. Throws on to first and high and not able to get the foot down. And Nemore will reach.
Bear with me, folks. The scoreboard randomly changed to Sunbury East against Whitefish Bay, our first game.
Well, we're doing a new game today.
So that'll be off for a second. Matt Peck will do it kind of radio style with the
So everybody knows, if you've been watching, it's 7-0 New Berlin Eisenhower. I almost tricked everyone to watching Muskego 7-0. Excuse me there for a minute, and that one's going to be popped foul. Mason Jones, the hitter, 0 for 2 for New Berlin Eisenhower today, down 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that one's grounded foul to the back screen. It'll be 0-2, and New Berlin Eisenhower for the second time today, down to their final strike.
I think I accidentally clicked fine already.
Oh, Elijah.
Then I click reset.
Oh, Elijah.
It's all good.
So 0-2 now on Jones. Ramirez, 78 pitches, looking for a complete game. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Muskego gets the win, 7-0 here today. A complete game for Cruz Ramirez. He goes, let's get the final stat line here today. It'll be 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Our highlight house players game will be Cruz Ramirez and Maddox Lessard. Back after this will be the Nasonville Dairy postgame show here on Zaleski Sports. Muskego gets the win 7-0.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, peach cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on the Nasonville Dairy postgame show here on Zaleski Sports. Muskego gets to win 7-0. Coaches, tell me what went right today.
Well, Cruz Ramirez was on the mound today. He just went after guys. He was throwing 2 pitches for strikes. And when we get pitching like that and our defense was strong behind him, that's when we play our best baseball.
You know, you guys are in the Classic A conference. I talked to you about this 2 years ago when we were here too, but just tell me, you guys are in a good spot right now. You're on a winning streak, but you got many more games still to go. I counted at least 5 to 6, but just tell me what's going to need to go right the rest of the season to continue this way.
Yeah, a long way to go still. We're playing pretty good baseball right now. We have some things to clean up for sure. But guys are understanding their roles. Everybody's playing their part. Good team baseball. And I like where we're at right now.
Coach, you lost a couple of tough games early. We were there for the Hudson game, and you got Shorewood and Brookfield East. But just tell me, what was the mentality to get around those losses early?
You know what? Every day we just got to get better. We have a tough schedule by design. Each and every day we come out here, no matter who we're playing, we're trying to get better. We're focusing on what we do, not what anybody else does. And when we do that, we think that's when we can put ourselves in the best position.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, Coach. We'll get the players over now. Come on over. Now, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House players of the game, Cruz Ramirez and Max Lazard. Let's talk about it. You both pitcher and catcher. I think this is the first time we've ever done this, both pitcher and catcher. But we'll start over here with the pitcher first, Cruz Ramirez. Just tell me what went well tonight. 7 innings pitched.
I don't know. I was just attacking the zone, and off-speed was working well today. I got a good defense behind me, so it made it a lot easier to throw right to the batters. And I don't know. I just felt good today.
Yeah. I asked Coach because you guys have been playing a little bit better recently. You guys had some tough losses early, and I talked about the Hudson game, the Shorewood game, the Brookfield East game. We were there for the Hudson game as well, and it was a well-battled game. But just tell me about what's been going well better for you recently and what's going to take into the final stretch of games here. I counted, like I said, 5 or 6 games left.
Yeah, for sure. We're doing well right now. I think it's just us just out there, having fun. It's a kid's game at the end of the day, so I think we're just having fun, working as a team, and we're just having a great time out here. Makes it a lot easier to play.
So now we'll have our next Highlight House player of the game, Max Lazard. You called a good game behind the plate for your pitcher here, right? Cruz Ramirez. Just tell me, too, what went well tonight. You had that big 2-run homer as well earlier.
Same thing. Just got the greatest coaches, got the greatest teammates, so it really lets me relax and just, play the game I love. They make it so easy, and then Cruz gets up there and just attacks the zone the whole game. Makes my job really easy. I didn't have to block a ball, so just love it. Sun's out. Just had a great time.
100%. Beautiful night for baseball. But, like I said to Cruz, just tell me, like I said, you guys started off a little bit struggling. You guys came off to the D1 state championship last year, ranked #1 in the state. Lost a couple of tough games, but it seemed like you guys are back on track now. What's going to stay on track all year round for the final couple last games here?
Oh, for sure. We took on the same adversity last year. Lost some games early on last year too, but really just this group of guys is special. Like on the field or off the field, we'd be together. So just going to war each day with each other. And the weather too, like it was cold early on, the wind. that impacts the game. But just coming out here with these guys, we put it together, and we're gonna keep putting it together.
All right, so here's what we do. We do a highlight house player of the game thing here. I'll have you two stand next to each other. You look at the camera. One of you's gonna say your first name, and then first and last name. You're gonna go first and last name. You're gonna say we're in the house.
Cruz Ramirez.
No. Take that. You gotta take the mic. Just both of you or one of you. It doesn't matter.
Cruz Ramirez.
Maddox Lassard.
We're in the house.
That was perfect. Nice job. Great game, both of you. Great game tonight. All right, so Muskego gets to win 7-0 here. We'll be back for 3 games next week here on Zaleski Sports. Stick with us here next week on Zaleski Sports.